So I take a ball about that big and I take flour and I roll it over my rolling pin, and then I spread flour down. Now your dough will be kind of squishy and kind of soft. The best thing to do is keep your surface floured, but don't add more flour to the dough mixture, because it's really important that you keep it the way that it was. And you don't want to handle your dough. You don't knead it like bread either. That's the other thing, that when you're making pie crust, it's best to make it so that that's the softer, the less handled, the better it is, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oops. And I just bought some little tiny pie plates from the dollar store, just because I take my pies to New Brunswick often. So if you just roll your pie crust up, and if it splits, it's okay, because you can put it together in the pan. And some people, they put little fork pricks in the bottom of the pie plate. I don't for my apple pies. I do for my other pies. Like if I was making a pumpkin pie or a blueberry pie or lemon meringue, I would put the little, I would use the fork. It doesn't always look pretty on the inside, but it doesn't really matter because it all tastes the same. So there it is. There's the pie crust. There's the apples that I sliced before. Just mix them up. Sometimes I'll take a little sprinkle of flour and sprinkle it over, just in case. And I take some margarine or butter, and I just place it in little chunks around there. And I take sugar. I don't use a lot of sugar. I don't use a lot of salt in any of my stuff. I just sprinkle it on top, just a little bit, so I get most of the natural flavors from the apples. And I use a little bit of sprinkle of cinnamon, and I'm gonna just put it in my hand and sprinkle it over. And then a little bit of nutmeg. And I don't use too much nutmeg either. I just a little bit, because nutmeg is really, really strong in apple pies. And then I'm going to make the cover. And I'll take up all the other extra dough that I had here from my last mixture. Spread that flour around. And it already smells like fall in here, just with that little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg. And there you have it. My cousin Joanne has wanted this recipe for years. She always likes to talk about my my apple pies. So Jojo, this is for you, baby. I know you're in Jamaica, but wouldn't you like to have a piece of nice hot apple pie right now? Oops. Better do it the other way. And then for the crust, I usually pinch it around the edges. And then I just take my 2 fingers like this and I pinch it all the way around. We got Tim Hicks on the radio. It's awesome. And then I take my knife and I make what I call bird feet. So I make little tiny and then it's ready for the oven. And I usually make, I don't know, usually in the fall I make 6 or 8 pies and I freeze them. And I have pie all year round. If I ever have guests again from COVID, unfortunately, this world's changed. But I still will go see my family at Christmas and at Easter. So, whoops, I guess I got to turn it around. You can actually see. And there's my apple pie ready for the oven. Looks yummy. Enjoy.